Yo, 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 what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby. Representing Team Kings of Games. And today, boy, I got that sauce for you. I really do. I've been working on this list. There's a reason why I couldn't upload it the day that it was supposed to be uploaded. It's Dark Lords. I've been working on a crazy list, man. I wanted to make the most aggressive and just overpowered Dark Lord build I possibly could. I've been tweaking different variants of it, just trying to find the best, the most explosive, the most powerful of all the variations, the one that bricks the least because Dark Lords can already brick themselves, the one that can put out a board that just doesn't let you play. The purpose of this deck is to absolutely be as unfair as you possibly can. So we're not playing nice, ladies and gentlemen. We are not playing nice. There's no more being nice. Not in today's format, not in this day and age. Everybody playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't want to play fair. Only Sky Strikers are fair. That's the only thing I'll say. You know what I mean? Like, we can't, bro. We can't. We have to be unfair. We have to cheese. So the purpose of this deck is to literally put up as many interruptions as possible. The end goal is for you to put up 3 to 4 interruptions, be them negates or not, in either an DARKLORD, Chrysia, or a Vanity's Fiend. After you've established that, it's crazy. The best board I've gotten so far is Saruja Scoldred with a Whole Harbinger Titanic Galaxy, a Gameciel, and a Vanity's Fiend. That's the best board I've had so far. But that basically, the Gameciel provided 2 negates, Titanic provided another gate, Vanity's Fiend said they couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the best board so far. We can extra link if you want to. You can also put a Tri-Gate board with Griffin. You can still have Gameciel. It's crazy what you can do with this deck. It really is. And it doesn't depend on what hand you start with. It depends on where your hand leads you, because we are playing the dangers. Cry, complain all you want. But for anybody that, understands how strong dangers are, you already know that they took this deck to a whole nother level. So let's get into the list, and I'll show test hands so you don't think I'm overhyping it or just think I'm just making stuff up. All right, starting off with the Dark Lord. In order to make this deck better, I had to cut down on some of the Dark Lords and only play the best ones at multiple. So we have 3 Ichel, thick thighs, really nice. That's my baby girl right there. Ichel's the only one that you need to play at 3 because she essentially fulfills the main purpose of this deck. Deck thinning, and more deck thinning. It used to be a 40-card deck. I added in more deck thinners. Hello, somebody. I added in more deck thinners. I added in 8 more draw spells. Oh, no, you can't do that, 3 stacks. If you make your deck more than 40, it's less consistent. I added in 8 more spells that say draw 2 or 3. No, it didn't. 3 copies of Ichel. If you play Dark Lords, you know what she does. Dark Lords, you know what she does. She's the draw 2 of the deck. She also has a big booty, and she's one of the best ones to summon out via Superbia and Contact. Speaking of, woo, baby, we're playing 2 copies of Superbia. We wanted to maximize it in the beginning, but it was a card that does nothing in your hand without a fodder like trade-in or Ichel or Banishment, because Banishment becomes Ichel, or even Allure of Darkness, stuff like that. You kind of need to filter your hand when you draw these, so it's not as good as it is in pure Dark Lords, because you kind of need to see it, but you play so much draw power, I haven't had an issue with seeing it, but it is arguably the most important of all the Dark Lords. It's a Monster Reborn that's not once per turn, it's a 29 beater, and it's a level 8! That's the most important part about it, it's a level 8. Rank 8 spam, bro. I play 6 ranked 8s in my extra deck. It's all about the rank 8s. No, we're not playing Dark Matter, if you're curious. And then all the rest of the Dark Lords are all just one-ofs. So I play 1 Nasty Boy, 1 Tasmanian Devil, 1 Douchebag, and 1 Raigeki Boy. So these are really good for utility, but at the same time, because it's the main focus of the deck is not playing with, because originally how I play Dark Lords, I play them more focused on their traps, because their back row is really strong. They have like a Trident trap, and all the traps don't target. They have a Trident trap, they have a Lost Wind trap, and they have a Mind Control trap, and none of them target. It's insane. Yeah, so like you can still play Control them, and I do still play each of the traps in the deck, but I wanted to change the trajectory, make it a little bit more competitive, a lot more competitive if you ask me, and in order to do that, we have to cut down, because this is a brick in hand, this is a brick in hand, and this is a brick in hand. This can unbrick your hands when you're playing pure Dark Lords, but it's not important in this build. So if you're catching my drift, when you play pure Dark Lords, the problem when you're playing more of the names is they're all bricks. This doesn't do anything in hand. This doesn't do anything. These do nothing in hand. Ichel and Nasty Boy are the only ones that can actually play in your hand without you having specific other cards that make it work. Like, for example, having like this a valid target engraved and then a contact. You could pitch this in the valid target to get the valid target back. Pitch this in the Dark Lord, get the valid target engraved back, and then activate contact to bring it back. And then apply its effect, shuffle contact, and then get another bouncer on board. Like, that's what you do in pure Dark Lords. But not this build, bro. I promise you. I broke this deck. No lie. So we've got the Dark Lords. We've got 10 Dark Lords. I believe it's 10. It should be... No, that's 9 Dark Lords. And then the cards that you want to see every single opening hand. You want to see either Vanity's Fiend or Chrysia. The reason why we don't play 3 Vanity's Fiend or 3 Chrysia, it's just better to kind of play the two of each of them. The ratios work out better because sometimes this is better and sometimes this is better. And the only normal summon in your deck is either going to be Vanity's Fiend or Chrysia. I tribute summon for Chrysia. If I need a special Gamecill off of Saryuja Scoldred, I'll special Gamecill off Scoldred and I'll tribute summon for Chrysia. These are the normal summons of the deck. It sounds crazy, but it is true. I don't play Ukabak, none of that. These are the normal summons. If you can't special summon this through his own effect or through Saryuja Scoldred, you're going to tribute summon for these. These are the only time you're ever going to normal summon. And you don't normal summon until you see these. And if for the rest of the turn, you just feel you're not going to see them, then you can tribute for a Dark Lord and you can still make your rank 8 plays. Now for the part of the deck that you're going to cry about and complain. And I'll say, you know, oh, this is just dangerous and everything. We have 3 copies of Danger Nessie. We have 3 copies of Danger Jackalope. Dangers really did break this deck. Not only do they literally unbrick your hands and make them playable, but they load your grave with targets. Every Dark Lord card is a valid target because the spells like Contact or Banishment searches out Contact. Contact just reborns the targets that you discard off the Dangers. The spells and traps that you discard off the Dangers are valid target for the Dark Lords to apply their effects in grave and shuffle them back. It literally just, it's the ultimate way to play Dark Lords. Like, you could play Dark Lord, Phantom Knight, you know, Orcus and all that. I just wanted to play Danger Dark Lords and just spit out stupid, disgusting boards. So anyways, 3 copies of Jackalope. 3 copies of Chupacabra. My personal favorite Danger is Bigfoot. He's my favorite. And we're maximizing on the level 8s because we are going rank 8 turbo in this deck. So I'm even playing Ogopogo. Very similar mindset approaching Danger, Blue Eyes, Guard Dragons. I'm not trying to turbo out Dark Matter or anything. I just want to turbo out rank 8s because rank 8s kind of provide just insane negations for this deck. So that way, you're not just sitting on a Gamecill. You can just have Gamecill and all your other disruptions, like when you can get the Dark Lord traps, like the Mind Control one or the Trident one, or you know the one that's a lost win that's forever. It's crazy, and you can still have like a rank 8, just like one rank 8. Like for example, when I don't know what I'm playing, it's better to just blind summon this with the Gamecill. Like you just blindly summon this, thinking that you're playing Sound Migrates, and this is gonna shut them down. The Gamecill is gonna finish the rest of the work for you. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. Of course, the Gamecill. That's it for the monsters. It's a lot of monsters. In fact, this is not a 40 card deck, like I said. But if you want to stop watching just because it's not 40, I get it. I understand. Some people just think that there's no other way to build a deck unless it's 40 cards. So for the spells, 3 copies of Banishment. I wish every archetype could just have a spell that says add any Dark Lord card from deck to hand. Add any card for the archetype from deck to hand. Literally, this spell is amazing. It really is. This card is your 3 extra copies of any of the 1-ofs that you play in your deck. So if you think that you're having trouble seeing them, you will not have trouble seeing them because this card exists. And then we have 3 copies of Contact. Contact is still important to maximize on because of the simple fact that the Danger mechanic is going to be loading your grave with your valid targets. And even if you open this and it gets discarded, it can be applied and shuffled because that's how the Dark Lords work. And this deck is really good in time. People think it's not. They think, oh, you pay 1,000 life points for your Dark Lords, you lose in time. The reason why this deck is so good in time, let me take like 10 seconds out to explain. This card negates any monster's effect and then gains life points to its original attack. You literally make a Zombie Stein and negate his effect and gain 4,500 life points. If you thought you were losing in time, you're not. And you can search and toolbox this in so many different ways. You could literally search it, discard it off of Danger, and apply its effect from grave in the same turn and win in time. So yeah, we're not even going to go through that argument. Next up, we have 3 copies of Allure of Darkness. It's a card that says draw 2. The deck is all about draw power because there's very, very specific boards I want to end on, very specific cards that I want to see in my hand. So it's very imperative to thin through your deck as much as you possibly can. It's kind of the focal point of the deck is just drawing. So we were playing less draw cards, but I decided screw playing 40 cards. I'm going to play more. And in order to play more than 40 cards, I put in more draw cards so that I wouldn't, basically I chose to not play 40 cards so I can make the deck more consistent. Wow, isn't that crazy? 3 copies of Trading. So basically, your trading targets are the 2 Chrysias, the Zerato, the 2 Superbias, and then the 9 level 9 Dangers. It's never really dead. And then you might think I'm crazy, but I played 3 Desires. There's only one card that I don't want to banish, and that's Gamma Seal. I don't mind banishing the Dark Lord traps because I don't need them to play, but you're never really going to banish all 3 of them. It doesn't matter which one's left in your deck. All that matters is you can get one of them. Every board that you're going for, if you can make that play, you go for the Dark Lord traps because they allow you to grind, and that's how you can make your plays with very little resources. And then I do play 2 copies of Beginning of the End. It's so easy to set up with this. Dark Lords themselves load the Grave of Darks, and you're playing the danger package. So it just gets really good. And then the only card that doesn't net advantage is Kyoto Waterfront. When I say it doesn't net advantage, is because searching a Gamma Seal isn't really advantage to me. But still, it's imperative for the game plan that I have. And then I play 1 Rebellion, 1 Enchantment, and 1 Sanctified Dark Lord. This is my favorite one. Just because it fixes the problem that this deck always had, which was paying too much life points. Now, you can have a board full of big beaters, like Zombie Stein's the biggest one you can make, and then the next one be like Titanic Galaxy, and you can basically activate this trap, negate his effect, especially after you've already activated his effect. It doesn't even matter because you've used it already, and then you can use Sanctified, negate his effect, gain 45, then when it hits the grave, apply it with one of your Dark Lords on field, paying 1,000, so you basically gain 3,500 attack. And you basically do this after you've actually used them, of course. You don't want to negate their effects before you get a chance to use them. But once they've resolved, you'll activate this on field, gain 45, resolve it in grave, and then gain 3,000. So you basically gained 7,500 life points minus 1,000. So you've gained 6,500 life points. That's crazy. That's really crazy. It makes it super hard for you to kill. For you to be killed too. So yeah, this is my favorite one just because it solves one of the major problems this deck had. This is a Trident, but it doesn't target. It just destroys any card in the field. Very skillful ways you can use this. And this can take control of any monster your opponent has, and it doesn't target either. So this is one of the most insane combo interrupters. Like, period. Like, taking Summon Sorceress is so nasty against Danger Thunder. When you take their Skull Dread, you deny them all 3 of the zones that Skull Dread would have given them. When you play Sky Strikers, you literally, when they, for example, when they summon, let's say, like, they normal summon Ray and activate her effect, or, like, you know, let's just say they're doing the standard plays where they tag out Ray into your, the Sky Striker link, you can activate this and take the link, and then you can link with the link, and Ray doesn't come back. And the same thing applies for Salamagrates. When you're able to take their link, this is forcing negations. But if you go first and you set up with this, you take their link. That way they can't use you take their Sunlight Wolf. That way they can't use Sunlight Wolf unless they have 2 other fires to make another Sunlight Wolf and then make another Sunlight Wolf with that one. So this one is really nuts. Honestly, there's nothing bad about any of the Dark Lord traps. The one that can be the most underwhelming sometimes is Rebellion. But never forget the fact that whenever you activate this, you're going to resolve it twice. So you're going to pop 2 cards, which when you're playing back row decks, that's when it's relevant. Like decks like Sky Striker, they're going to be setting back row on in phase. You want to search this more than the other ones. And you want to activate this on their in phase to basically kill one of their back rows and then shuffle it back still in their in phase and kill another back row. And you still have all these negations, so it's crazy. So yeah, the traps are really where it's at. And that's it for the main deck. We're only 13 minutes in. That's awesome. We have time for the test hands. I have to show you guys the test hand because we got to say nay to the haters. All right, so extra deck really quick is Zombie Stein. I summon this card all the time. I just really like Zombie Stein in this deck. I think really it's because I'm very greedy with the Sanctified effect, and I like gaining 4,500 life points as many times as I possibly can. Well, as many chances as I can get, I'll use it. But Zombie Stein is just basically a card that can negate any card on the field. And he's super easy to make. All your level 8s are dark, so it doesn't even matter that he has that restriction. Giant Trainer, another way that you can win in time. And it says draw 3. So if you thought you didn't have enough draw power, here's some more for you. And then we have Titanic. We have the Sky Prison. This card is actually really strong in specific matchups. Like Orcus and also Salamagrates. It's really good against those decks. And then we have for monster interrupters, we have Felgrand, which can actually protect yourself too, which is relevant when you want to, for example, you want to protect a card like, I don't know, like let's say that you have a Dark Lord monster that you need to stay on the field so that you can keep grinding with it for the follow-up. You can activate its effect, apply it, and then you can use Felgrand to protect it so that way they have to run it over by battle. Because keeping your Dark Lords on field, it's probably the next most important thing with this deck. Because as long as they're on the field, you can grind with the Dark Lord back rows, the spells, and the traps. Just keep activating them on field and getting that. Plus, like, when you have Itchel on field or any one of them that have the new effect, You can activate Banishment and search, and then apply their effect, shuffle Banishment back, search again, so you get a +1 off of that. All the Dark Lord spells and traps can only be activated once, but when you use the Dark Lords to apply their effect, it bypasses that. It's just like Spellbook of Master. That's the best way to reference it. But yeah, these are the rank 8s. Like I said, it's rank 8s really matter, and I wanted the flexibility. I didn't just want to play like these and miss out on the interactions that I'll get out of these. These are the best rank 8s to play in the game, in my personal opinion. Dark Matter is good. The Galaxy Eyes package is good, but my deck is more specifically trying to put out negates. It can break boards just because of the danger mechanic and how much you can link spam. We have Boar Sword for going second, Griffin for going first. This is my Skull Dread. I sold it at Houston Regionals. Every time I go to Regionals, I sell stuff. I sold my Skull Dread. This is Skull Dread. Just keep in mind, Starrager Skull Dread is the blank. You need it to special Gamecill out your hand. Otherwise, you're going to have to tribute summon for Gamecill, which is still possible, but I don't like doing that. Trisbania, Trigate, because you can actually make fully co-link Trigate boards with this deck. Binary, Phoenix, Cerberus, and Underclock, because Underclock is still really clutch in very specific scenarios. It comes up. Now, test hands. So if you don't want to watch the video, you can stop right here. But anyone who's interested in seeing this deck go off, definitely stay tuned for this. I really hope that my deck does not draw like triple Itchel and 2 traps. Like or not triple Itchel, but like double Christia, double Vanity's Fiend, and then a trap. Like, I don't want to overhype my deck and then it ends up drawing like that hand, and it can happen because of how my deck's organized right now. That's why I'm going to get a really good shuffle, so that way I don't draw multiples of anything. Because you guys know how I do my deck profiles. All the cards are organized, therefore everything with the same names right next to each other, so it's a high chance of you drawing cards with the same name. To bypass that, I'm just going to get a really, really good shuffle in with this deck. What the heck? That seems different. Huh. I wonder why the Allure of Darkness is their sleeves look different. I suppose. Alright, let's see what kind of bonkers board we can make. And we also got to hope that our dangers just don't get shotgun and sniped every single time. Alright. Let's get a real good shuffle for this deck. Because I want this first test hand to be the best one. With all the draw power, though, it really does help. A lot of the times, it's the draw spells that can unbrick your hands if you ever brick. It's the draw spells and the dangers. So I'll say it's the draw power that really unbricks your hands. And considering the heaping amount of dangers you play, and then the triple desires, the triple trade, and the triple allure, beginning of the end's only good when your hand's good. But those other 9 cards that say draw 2, you have a lot of, and Itchel to draw 2, you have a lot of ways to effectively clean your hand up and get it to look exactly how you want it to be. I consider that filtering. That's the good ways that you can filter your hand. All right, so again, you know why I'm shuffling really good, because I don't want that to happen. All right, let's shuffle really good, and then let's see what we draw. So we drew Trade-In, Bigfoot, Ogopogo, Superbia, and Trade-In. Let's see what we dig for. Trade-In, discard Superbia, draw 1. Draw 2. We drew Banishment. I'm going to activate Banishment right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to search out my contact. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to search out contact right now. I'm not going to get greedy and search Itchel. Then I'm going to set the contact when I start doing the dangers. Because this contact, I'm going to need it to get a level 8 on board. So let's go Trade In and let's discard Ogo. Draw 1, Taz, 2, Jackalope. And then Ogopogo's effect, I am going to use it. Because if we draw into a beginning of the end, it's just going to help us to get more Darks Engraved. So I'm going to send a Chupacabra, since we already have a Chupacabra in hand. We don't want to draw another one. Obviously, Droll kills this deck before somebody drops that obvious, easy-to-solve comment. Like, obviously, the deck loses to Droll. Like, duh. Let's see here. So, now we have a chance of hitting this task. That way, the contact will get more value. So, you guys are kind of seeing exactly what I said about the dangers, how they work with the Dark Lords, because the Dark Lords are very graveyard-oriented. And the fact that we have a Superbia engraved and a chance to discard a Dark Lord means Superbia can just get 2 monsters on field. and then we can link with Superbia, and then apply this effect to shuffle contact and bring Superbia back. We can effectively get a Scoldred on board and then draw into more combo pieces. So you guys, when I made this deck, I like, and when I explained it in the deck profile, I wasn't trying to lie or overhype it. Like, I still don't understand why people say that, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. They ain't changing my passion. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some dice. One dice will suffice. We're 20 minutes in. All right, so we activated, what did we activate? We activated Bigfoot. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and shuffle, and this is the direction I'm going to go. So, 1. Bigfoot. Bigfoot always gets discarded off of his effect. That happens to me all the time. We're going to activate Chupacabra now. And then we're going to roll a die, and this time we're going this direction. I guess we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, Chupacabra got hit off of Chupacabra. Chupacabra's effect is going to revive the Bigfoot. See, that was one thing that I said, if that doesn't happen, and the thing with the dangers that I said, if it doesn't happen, it's happening right now. So if the dangers were resolving, it would obviously be a difference. But we'll play through it. Dracolope. And we'll go this way. So evens odds. And every danger got sniped. Of course it did. Of course. Jackalope's effect. Special Thunderbird. Now you guys are seeing this is exactly what I didn't want to happen, because this is a video and now it's embarrassing. But it's not my fault. It's dangers, you know. It's a chance that they hit and a chance they don't hit. For, you know, that's what you get for playing dangers. Let's see. I mean, we have a rank 8. That's for certain. We do. So let's get greedy. Let's activate Contact and bring him back. And let's go ahead and make Giant Trainer, because this ain't looking too pretty for us anyways. And then let's go Giant Trainer for 3. Please draw me some good cards. Trade in, Rebellion, and Itchel. First things first is Itchel with both of these. Or, yeah, Itchel with both of these for sure. No. Itchel with the Trap. Itchel with the Trap. Keep that body. And then draw 2. We drew Beginning. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 darks. Yeah, we can resolve Beginning. Well, the dangers, if the dangers would have resolved, I'd have so much cards in hand. They sometimes really do annoy me, but it's dangerous. It is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Banish 5 darks. There were 7 and more. We still have 3 more. So we had 8 to begin with. So this is actually able to be activated. Draw 3. We have Chrysia. All right, things are looking better. Even though the dangers really killed it, I have 6 cards in hand I can still play. So luckily, I don't get embarrassed on YouTube right now. Thank God. We have Chrysia in hand. That's nuts. How many fairies do we have? And we have 2 fairies. We can actually get the rest of our fairies engraved. That's insane. That's really insane. Yeah, Chrysia can happen. But I'm going to trade it in, because I have a feeling I'm going to draw into another card like that anyways. 1, 2, we drew a lure. This is probably going to be the only test hand because of how long it's taking. Why does the lure sleeve look different? Draw 2. Yeah, we drew a Vanity's Fiend. I figured that we would. We're going to probably draw through practically in the entire deck. Let's go ahead and banish... I'd say let's banish the Itchel, since we have an Itchel engraved already, and you can't use her effect more than once. We have 3 darks engraved right now. Sanctified can be discarded, because now it can just be applied to their effects. So I say set the Beginning and then play out the rest of our hand. Hope we don't discard Vanity's Fiend, but if it happens, it happens. I'm going to activate Chupacabra. And this time, it's going to discard something besides itself. Come on, Dangers. You guys are starting to annoy me. This doesn't happen in my Orcas deck. All right, let's go ahead and roll this dice. I'm going this way. I'm going to be hard-headed. 1. Ah! Chupacabra! Why didn't I just go this way? From now on, I'm going the same direction every time. Let's activate Nessie. All right. This direction. Always, always, always. 4. I actually would have wanted the Nessie to be hit. I really did. I wanted it to be hit. Draw. We drew a Thunderbird. You know what? I'm going to get a plus right now. I am. I'm going to sacrifice my normal summon. I'm going to tribute summon for Taz. And I'm going to apply the effect of Contact. Shuffle Contact. I paid 1,000 life points. I'm going to bring back Itchel. Then I'm going to use Itchel, and I'm going to apply the effect of Banishment. I just need the pluses, man. Do you guys see the deck? It can work, man. It can. I'm working through it right now. We're going to apply that, and we're going to get ourselves another Darklord name. I'm going to go for Superbia because I need more Darks. And we already have 2 disruptions. The reason why we have 2 disruptions right now is because we have 2 Darklord traps engraved that can be applied. I told you guys my deck works. Let's see how many Darks are in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we got to go for Gamma Seal. The sucky thing is we have to dig for Waterfront and then keep loading our grave for Waterfront. Let's activate Thunderbird. We're going the same direction. We're not changing it up this time. That's a 2. 1, 2. Superbia. Okay, Thunderbird is over there. Thank God. Draw a card. Nessie. Yes. Activate Nessie. Please hit Nessie. Please hit Nessie. Come on, hit Nessie. Hit the Nessie. We've had Vanity's Fiend in our hand this whole time. It sucks that this card can't be special summoned, because I totally saw Ruja and special summon that out. That's 4. So evens odds. So evens. Yes! Nessie. Nessie's effect. Jackalope has special summoned from deck already. Chupacabra special from grave. Dang, that's all the good ones. I don't play Tsuchinoko in this deck. I'm not going to search Bigfoot because Bigfoot doesn't like me. I'm going to search for Thunderbird. Maybe the draw was better now that I realize I've resolved Jackalope and Chupacabra already. But I'm not done because I'm getting ready to draw again. I have to have enough by now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more Dark. We just need one more Dark. Let's look at the extra deck. We can make that happen right now. Yeah. Something generic. Underclock. Let's take Thunderbird and Taz. We'll make Underclock. Beginning. I don't banish my Darklords ever. Or at least I try not to. I just banish the dangers. 5 dangers got banished. There are no more beginnings of the end in our deck. So, oh, we drew a pot, though. And a jack. Oh, yes. We struck gold. Whoa, this test hand is super long, bro. Whoa, that's crazy. I'm going to have to put in the title of this deck profile, plus super long test hand. If Desires banishes the Gamma Seal, so be it. I really want to check my banish first. In a tournament, in a legal tournament, you're not allowed to check your banish first before you draw, but I need to know if my Gamma Seal's gone. Nope, a Waterfront's gone, but Gamma Seal's not gone. So, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We banished one of the traps, but luckily we were able to get 2 of the traps out of our deck first. Now we're going to draw 2. We drew the Gamma Seal and the Waterfront. Whoa, activate Waterfront. Okay, Pot. All right, Pot. I appreciate you. Now, drawing the Gamma Seal freaking sucks. It does. Because if we discard it, I'm going to be a sad, strange little man. I really am. I'm going to be super sad. Like, extremely sad. I wish we didn't draw the Gamma Seal. Please don't discard my Gamma Seal. Oh, I'm going to be so upset if I discard my Gamma Seal. Nope, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay, that's a 6. Okay, so reroll. 6, reroll. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew! My heart's pounding right now. It's totally pounding. We drew Christia. How many fairies are engraved? How many fairies are engraved? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 fairies engraved? What the heck? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do something. hindsight, I should have banished one of my Dark Lords because I knew I was going to draw Christia. I'm doing it. I don't care. Call it cheating if you want. Okay, Scoldred does not need to draw. We need to make Scoldred right now. It does not need to draw. Scoldred does not need to draw. We have sent 3 cards from the field to the grave to link summon for Scoldred. We do not get the draw effect. We do get the special summon. We've put 3 counters on Kyoto. 3 counters. Saruja, special summon, Gamma Seal. Yeah. So Gamma Seal has 1 negate right now. And you know what? You know what? We're going to special the Chrissy out with its own effect. And we're going to go ahead and add... let's add Itchel back. Let's add the Itchel back. And then we're going to kind of have to let our opponent play. This board is nowhere near as nasty as I wanted it to be, like as I'm used to. But you know what? You guys saw how my hands were. It was really weird. And then the Desires drew us this and this. I'd rather it just draw this and this still be in the deck. Because, like, I would have went in for another danger and put more counters on Kyoto. I really would have put more counters and made the Scoldred the right way to draw. But I was scared of discarding the Gamma Seal. I knew if I discarded the Gamma Seal, then it would just be an embarrassing video. And this time would have been wasted. So you guys do understand that you guys get it. The deck really is crazy. It is nuts. Christia, you know, Gamma Seal. We can negate anything that tries to target or interact with this. And we have a strong follow-up next turn. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We really do. I wish I didn't tribute summon for that Dark Lord, but I feel like I had to because that's really what made it all possible. You guys can see more test hands in the future. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises because my danger package is going right back into my Orcas. I've done quite a lot of testing with this deck, and it just really, it's time to put this back into my Orcas. This is an experiment. I guess in hindsight, if I had an extra danger package, I would keep this built, but I like my Orcas more than I like this deck. I just really wanted to show you guys this awesome idea. Try it out yourself. Just play the budget dangers. You know, everybody doesn't have to complain and cry and whine like big babies over dangers. Play the budget dangers. If you want to try this list out, this deck is crazy. I promise you it is. I'm not lying. I know my hand was weird. 3 of my dangers didn't resolve. I promise you it would have went differently if my dangers would have resolved and if I didn't draw Gamma Seal. That's a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda, but oh well. I'm saying it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. God bless you. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. And stay tuned for future content. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.